Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. Let's continue the MS Excel Power Query tutorial series. Now in this video tutorial, I will explain how to insert new records into an SQL Server database using a Power Query in Excel, and also I want to get the newly inserted ID from SQL Server database. Whatever the ID it's inserted, I want to get that ID number using a Power Query. So let's start the tutorial. And here we got the final output. The newly inserted color ID is 4. Let's switch over to our SQL Server database, execute. See here the color ID 4.
If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates.
For this video tutorial, I am creating a blank workbook. Here I have created one blank workbook, and the workbook name is a book 1. Now, in order to create a Power Query, notice on the menu bar there is a data option here. Click that one. In the data, new query, select that one. From database options, we have several databases here. I am selecting the SQL Server database. From SQL Server database, and here we got prompted with a window. It's asking some server name and database names of the SQL Server. So to grab this information, we must connect to my SQL Server database. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. I am connecting my SQL Server database. The server name, this is the server name. Let's copy this one and connect. After I connected successfully, let me expand this databases folder. If you notice in this databases folder, there are 3 user created databases. For this example, I am taking the last database, which is a school database. Let me expand the school database and the tables folder. Now, if you notice in this tables folder, there is no any user created table. So first, let's create one new table. Select the school table, right click the mouse, new query. Here the query is to create a table. Create table. For this example, I am taking one small color ID, which is the integer type, and I am adding here identity 1, 1. Why I have added here identity? I want to insert the newly inserted IDs automatically. Then it's a primary key. After that, the second column is the color name, which is the n bracket string type. I am adding string type 20. That's it. Now let's execute to create a table. Commands completed successfully in this message box. And now I am selecting the school database. I am refreshing the folder. Now let's expand the tables folder of the school database. Notice here we got this colors table is created successfully. Now let's browse the table. Select start from colors. Now select the statement of the select start from colors, execute. And notice here below in the preview, the colors table is executed. Right now it contains 0 rows. The color ID and color name are the column names. Now if you insert record here, insert into colors values, I am adding red color in this table. If you notice, we have 2 columns here, color ID and color name, but I have inserting only the color name. The color ID is not inserting. So when I select this to insert the record, notice here 1 row affected. Now let's browse the table of the colors. See here the color ID is 1, color name is red. If I enter blue here, I am not entering the color ID, I am entering only the color name. 1 row affected. Again select start from colors, execute 2 rows. Now I want to do the same thing using Power Query. For that, switch over to our Power Query. Now I am pasting the database which I have copied. Now the server name. Now we require the database name. The table we have created in the school database. This is a school database. Now let's add the table name is the database name is a school. Now in advanced options, expand that one. Here, instead of writing the same thing, let's copy this one and paste here to insert the records. We have already two records here, red and blue. Now here I am adding green color. Now when I click OK, see here records affected 1. Switch over to our SQL Server database. Now select star from colors, execute. See here color ID is 3 and green. Now if you check here, again edit, go to edit. I want to insert new record now. Double click the source. Here we got the SQL Server database, the query here, the same query I am adding, but when we are entering the records, we don't know what's the ID of the color. So if you notice, now I am adding here violet I am adding, which is the new record. If I insert this record, it shows rows affected only one only, but I want to get this color ID number, which is 4. The newly inserted color ID violet is 4. So the query is the same query to insert the records. Now to get the color ID number, select ident underscore current. Between single quotes, we have to add our table name. What is our table name? Which is the colors. Copy this one. Colors table. Again I am executing. We have only 3 colors. I am expecting the new color ID is 4. Color. Now what I do is I want to get one message. For that I am using concat method between single quotes the newly inserted color ID comma which is the color ID which is the color ID number, row ID number. Again I am adding comma, space is the newly color ID, inserted color ID is successfully saved. Is saved successfully. This is a message I want to display. Again close the single quotes. To get the only color number, this is the command ident underscore color, but I want to display this message also. So now when I click OK, and here we got the final output, the newly inserted color ID is 4. Let's switch over to our SQL Server database, execute. See here the color ID 4. That's it. In this video tutorial I have explained using a Power Query how to insert records into an SQL Server database and get the newly inserted ID from SQL Server database. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe, share and leave your valuable comment. We'll catch you in my next video tutorial.